Hey, check it out, it's Jan, one-third of MediaShinobi, and I'm going to be personally reviewing episode 4 of Zankyou no Terror. So to quickly summarize, nothing much has happened simply because this episode is very similar to the last few episodes. 9 and 12 decides to challenge the police force once again, and Shibasaki now has to figure out the riddle, otherwise the bomb will go off. That's all that happens, and aside from like a few minor differences, this episode is literally identical to the last two episodes. One of those differences is that the police force actually acted on their own without Shibasaki because they were able to find out a piece of evidence that led them to the location that had the bomb. Another difference is the fact that it wasn't actually a bomb. It was 9 and 12 pretty much trolling Shibasaki. And lastly, Lisa actually shows up and makes contact with 12, and we haven't seen that since episode 1. Although those are considered very small details, it's because of those details that makes this episode so far my favorite. Like I said in the last review, I wanted them to change it up and keep it fresh with the series because I didn't want it to be repetitive. And with this episode, they definitely changed it up. The very fact that 9 and 12 decided to take this opportunity and troll the heck out of Shibasaki was absolutely hilarious in my opinion, because the challenge was just a trivia question, and the answer to that question was literally Shibasaki's name. Shibasaki. Although he was able to answer it, the timer still kept going because the police force, like I said earlier, they decided to go on their own and go to the location to disarm the bomb. But right when it was about to blow, nothing happened. Although all of their reports, both shut cases and ongoing, has been released to the internet for everyone to see. So that was the result of the explosion. I definitely liked it, and it does raise the question on what does 9 and 12 want, because again, we still don't know, and this episode makes it seem like they're not even that serious as of now, because this episode was just literally them humoring Shibasaki because he was able to figure out the riddle last time. I also like how Lisa is more of a prominent character now than ever. I was concerned with how they were going to utilize her presence because for the most part, she was kind of a side character. While all of this was happening, we got to understand what Lisa was kind of going through, which was, you know, just like a kind of a broken family in a sense, but other than that, nothing really. My favorite part of this episode was near the end when Lisa and 12 was riding on a motorcycle, just running away from the cops. Because not only was the soundtrack awesome, I definitely liked that song. I don't know what it was, but I'll probably look it up on my own time. I like how Lisa just threw caution to the wind and threw her inhibitions in a way because she's now more free than ever because, you know, from how they set up the story, it seems like she just kind of had a normal everyday life and it was kind of mundane, boring, and dull. By being roped into the situation with 9 and 12, it seems like she's going to be free, she's going to have more fun, and it changes things up for her. And at the same time, they were showing this with the whole documents being leaked onto the internet. So I like the whole everything is kind of being unleashed. You know, you're not being chained down. Other than that, that's really all that happens in this episode. Again, it's just one episode, and this episode was very similar to the last two episodes, other than those differences I just threw out. I'm still curious as to what 9 and 12's goals are. I wonder what's going to happen in the very end, aka the last episode. Will 9 and 12 die? Or will Shibasaki die? Or Lisa die? Or a combination of either of those three? I have a theory in mind as well, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who's thinking of this, but it seems like Lisa might be the daughter of Shibasaki. I don't know, it just feels that way. I didn't really think too hard about it. That's really all there is to it. I'm pretty sure the next few episodes are going to be very similar, if not the same as these last 3 episodes, with the only major difference is being like some character development or changing up the premise of the challenges themselves. But that's it, really. So I'm definitely enjoying it. Like I said, episode 4, this one is definitely by far my favorite. and I do look forward to the next few episodes. I hope it's not rushed, because that's my only concern as of right now. My previous concern was the whole it's too similar to Death Note. I'm seeing this series deviate away from that train of mind, so I like that because I don't want a carbon copy, so that's good. Other than that, that ends this review. I hope you guys like it. If you do, like it. Subscribe, comment. I would love to hear what you guys think. And yeah, this is Media Shinobi signing out.